Guys, what's going on? Doing an interview with some of our, we call them the veterans. So we got Matty Maserati from Monroe, and what's the college?
West Virginia Wesleyan.
West Virginia Wesleyan, yep. Division II school, right?
Division II football, yes sir.
You're going to be a senior?
I'm going to be a senior, right? Senior.
And we got Chris Lee, who's J.P. Stevens' baseball player, finishing up East Stroudsburg University.
Yes,
he is a senior, and you got one semester left.
That's it.
Time goes extremely fast. Maddie started here as a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah.
As a sophomore, weighing about 150 pounds. If that, it was somewhere around there. Chris was a baseball player, started a couple months before his junior season. You weighed 170. We actually have a photo, so those of you on the website,
Nice.
Go to Success Stories, you'll see Chris. He weighed 175, no muscle. And then you stayed 175, just transformed your body.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking earlier about, for every one athlete like these guys who are super dedicated to the training, to the sports performance, because you guys would do sprints on your own, you would play baseball on your own, you were doing football skill work on your own, nutrition, they followed through. We said there's, 50 to 100 more that don't want to do it. So we want to talk about success leaves clues. These guys are really the standard. It's really what it takes to become great at what you do and to strive for greatness. So Chris Lee, let's talk about one or two powerful lessons you learned since training here that you've applied to sports, life, academics, everything.
Number one's got to be discipline. I feel like discipline and commitment are the two that go hand in hand. You see a lot of kids come in and out of this gym that just, are just here, and I wish that everyone has the same mentality as this kid over here. And the kids that I've worked with from, let's say I was a junior in high school, so to now a senior in college, these are the guys that just stayed in for the last 5-6 years, never stopped training, never stopped hustling, always eating right, always eating a lot of food, a lot of good food to support nutrition, to support just how you feel about your life, and just a lot of that comes into your life, your work ethics, it's just everything comes together. So
yeah,
I'm very happy to work with the best guys.
With the best guys. We say, this is like a motto, we have a lot of mottos, but one is success takes no vacations, which means that when the season starts, you don't quit. You could find a way to train once a week. I remember in-season baseball with you, Chris, he would show up at 7:30. You were coming in twice a week in season.
At least, yes.
Yeah. Where most either stop or drop to once a week. So instead of finding an excuse, you found a way to make it happen. So Matt, football, I remember as a sophomore, and then how did high school football go? How did the training help? And now you're at a great school and you're working your butt. It's like you guys are here. It's a Thanksgiving break. These guys are here at Thanksgiving break, winter break, and then the summertime.
No breaks.
So
No breaks.
yeah, so basically both of you guys have been training for about 5 years here.
5-6 years, yeah.
The only reason they're on and off is because of when they went to college.
Absolutely.
Right, but then you're back when you're home.
Oh, we're still working there too.
You're still, and you're always working. So success takes no vacation. Talk to us about your experience here from high school to college.
Well, in high school, everybody told me I was too small to play. I wasn't big enough, wasn't fast enough, wasn't strong enough. And then I always wanted to be like, I know I could do it, I know I could do it. And then I found this place, Underground Strength Gym, and they gave me like the extra boost to know that I can do it. And they got me bigger. Zach got me bigger, got me stronger, got me mentally right to go on the field and just dominate. And I just think that if you're really committed to your sport or whatever, this is the place you gotta be, Underground Strength Gym.
I remember us having, what's interesting is they start young, and then when you guys come back, I'm like, hey man, talk to this kid about the mindset.
Yeah.
And I remember you would talk to a younger football player who maybe was undersized, because you could relate. I think people think that if you're gonna come here, you're already at the top.
Yeah,
But I tell people, I go,
Not true.
they're not at the top, but
That's where you start. That's where you start.
you know what that song, start at the bottom,
Now we're here.
And I think that's the thing about greatness is like you never feel like you're there. You're always like, I can get better.
Yeah.
You guys
always
are
better.
always asking questions.
Yeah. Always trying to compete with each other.
Right.
Competitiveness.
Friendly competition.
Yeah.
Competitive
All the time.
environment.
Always trying to one up each other. That's how you get better.
What about, this is interesting because you've had some injuries through college. Chris, you came upon a shoulder injury. All athletes, I always tell parents, there's 100% chance you're gonna get hurt / injured. It's coming.
Oh, yeah.
How did you guys emotionally handle it and find a way to continue the path?
Well, my first injury was an ankle injury, and that really bothered me a lot. But like I said, I went through the training here. Like, let's say our ankle's injured, so we would just target more upper body. Like, it was just always find ways to adapt to what happens to you.
Work around it.
Yes, so I was down on myself. I was, obviously I can't play baseball, or like I'm out for about 2-3 weeks, but you know what? We still trained, we still lifted, we still did everything to keep me up motivated to be able to do what we need to do. And obviously I was doing PT for my ankle, but I was never stopped. I always kept working, never stopped. Otherwise I would feel like shit. I still feel like shit if I don't even lift like at least 2 times a week, and that's still a little amount of volume.
Emotionally, the confidence that an athlete gets by working hard, even if it's the wrong training, but here we dial it in, but I'm just saying that the confidence you guys have, there's a different confidence you guys carry in your, not just for sports, but for life, because it's like you're always working towards a goal. So Matt, you had, what was the injury you had in?
My sophomore year, I broke my L1 and L2 in my back. And,
that's not a, most kids are like, I think I heard something. This guy's like, got like a back injury, which, that's the toughest to come back from.
Yeah, because you can't really do a lot, but you always got to get your mindset. You got to still eat right. You still got to do the little things. The little things are the most important things. Like,
what are some of the little things that help you?
Just getting like I said, eating right. Like, if you sit down and just eat some nachos and cheese and everything, you're gonna get big. If you have the mindset to eat right, you're still gonna have your body all set up and stuff to ready to come back and work. You know what I mean?
You're staying tuned up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're staying tuned up. Is there like one big lesson you'd like to share with people that you learned from training here, training amongst other motivated kids? And we say it too, like Chris, you said it, not everybody's super motivated, but that's what we're looking for. If you're motivated, you can break through. If you're dedicated, motivated, and willing to follow through, because you guys said you ate right. Not everybody's eating right. We give you nutrition guidelines. I feel like you could beat, maybe you're not the most gifted, right? You said you weren't the biggest, but man, you got so strong and so powerful that it broke, you broke through barriers. Chris, you wanted to throw harder, and I remember you just said, I'm gonna get stronger and I'm gonna eat the way I gotta eat, and it did it. Do you feel there's one big lesson that you carry with you in all areas of your life from here?
One big lesson? Man, that's too many. It's more like too many lessons.
What's like one of the favorites? Something that just is it's I don't know. It's in the front of your brain.
I feel like it's the love that came with training. It's the love that came with everything around it. I would say that's just a very general gist of everything, because the coaches that came with it. There's many coaches that walked in and out of this gym. You have the main one, obviously. And the kids I trained with for years, I feel like there's a love for all this, the love for training, love to get bigger, stronger, faster.
You guys became, a lot of the college guys, we get to see you guys in high school, you become like brothers.
Yeah.
And that was, in the early days, that was kids like that too. They were from different high schools, and then they went to college, and then when they came back, or they would be like, hey man, I go to Rutgers, but you go to Johns Hopkins, or you go here. Yeah, so it was like a cool brotherhood. So it was like the passion for all the training, and now you're kind of turning it in. This is going to be you're going through athletic trainer.
Training, rehab sciences,
applying for your graduate school.
Yes, I am, yeah.
Okay, Maserati, you're in your final year
of football, yeah.
And this is
go out big though too.
Go out big, and I feel like you've mentored some of our younger kids here. I feel like I'll see you doing that forever. Like you'll want to.
I would definitely want to do this all my life.
To help the other kids.
Yeah.
The younger kids need mentors. I think you guys, I'll say this was cool. Is like you just need somebody to believe in you.
Exactly.
And then it's like, all right, now I can go full throttle.
It's the mindset.
It's the mindset.
And you need heart too, though, with everything you do. You can't want to do some stuff sometimes. You gotta want to do it all the time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You gotta put in 100% all the time, not just one day. Oh, I'm gonna half-ass and just get through it. You gotta go 100% because later down the road, it's gonna actually help you, and that's what's gonna get you to success.
It all adds up.
Yeah.
If you're coming here, here's the thing about Chris and Matt is that they were always You know, when an NFL coach once told me when he was working with one team, he goes, the hardest thing I did for that team was turn on the lights. What he meant by that was that team was so motivated and fired up that he could say, do this, do this, do that. That's how these guys are. We just said, this is what it takes, do it. We didn't have to always check in on their nutrition, check in on your lifestyle, check in, hey, are you doing extra? They did the nutrition, they did extra on their own. It's called dedication. It's the simple things. Everybody wants the tricks. So it's been great having these guys here during this is our last week at the Edison Underground Strength Gym. We're moving onward, upward, baby. And but these guys, the gym it's not about the gym. It's about the athletes that make the gym. And that's really the Underground Strength Gym is about who is in here. It could be called Jimmy Joe's Gym. I don't even care what it was called. But it's the great kids that come through that we could always share stories about, because then we could say, hey, there was this kid, Chris, who played baseball. This is what he did. There was this kid, Matthew, who played football. This is how he got bigger, stronger, faster, and got to a D2 school. When he started, there was nobody that was saying he's going to be a Division II football player.
No.
They were more like saying, look, you're not even going to be varsity now. You've got so much work to do. And you didn't crumble on it. You said, bring it on. I'll do it all.
Let's go.
This kid over here.
It sounds like the lesson here that everybody knows is dedication, consistency. We all know to do it, but those who do it are the ones that become champions. So everybody knows to do it.
Yeah.
But it's how you do it, and are you willing to do it for years? Like I said, these guys started as sophomore and junior. Now you're a senior. You're entering senior year. So this is like 5 to 6 years. They're still training. So it's not a 3-month thing. You can't get. Some people want to do 3 years of work in 3 months, right? They show up and they're like, I probably should have been here before. It's a process.
Yeah, long
Training for life.
Training for life. So that's it, guys. Underground Strength Gym. Chris, the Meathead Lee, Maddie, Maserati. These are some of the best nicknames also. If you work hard, you get a great nickname. It's just the natural thing. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.